And new Classic champion, Ramon Dino Olympia.
Hey everyone, welcome back to All About Bodybuilding. The 2025 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique competition has officially come to an end, and what an incredible show it was. We saw some of the best physiques in the world battle for the title, with amazing performances, big surprises, and one new champion who finally took the crown. So in this video, let's go through the complete results from 15th place all the way up to your new Classic Physique Mr. Olympia. In 15th place, we have Jaehoon Park from South Korea. Last year, Jaehoon finished 12th at the Olympia and came back this season after earning his qualification by winning the Monsters Pro. He stepped on stage with a clean and symmetrical physique, tight waist, round delts, and nice separation through his quads. However, when standing next to the bigger names, his physique didn't have the same thickness or density. The lines were there, but the overall muscle maturity still needs time to develop. Even though he slipped a few spots this year, Jaehoon remains one of the most promising classic athletes from Asia and will surely return stronger in the future. At 14th place, we have Brian Ansley from the USA, and this was one of the most surprising results of the entire show. Brian, a two-time Classic Physique Olympia champion, is a legend in this division, but this year things didn't go his way. After briefly moving to another category and then coming back to Classic, Brian looked good. His posing, flow, and lines were still world-class, but the conditioning that once set him apart wasn't quite there. His fullness and pop were slightly missing, and under the bright lights, that made a big difference. For a man who's done so much for the division, it was a tough outcome. But knowing Brian, he'll be back better and sharper next time. In 13th place, we have Piotr Wojtowicz from Poland, who made his Olympia debut this year. Piotr turned heads earlier in the season when he won the Europa Pro on his first ever pro outing, an incredible achievement on its own. On the Olympia stage, he brought that same aesthetic flow, tight midsection, and impressive lines, but the difference in overall size and muscle maturity compared to the top names was noticeable. Still, finishing 13th in your very first Olympia is a strong start, and it shows that Piotr has a lot of potential if he continues to grow and refine his physique. At 12th place, we have Logan Franklin from the USA, one of the most talked about classic athletes of the season. Logan was coming off a strong year, finishing runner-up at the Arnold Classic and winning the Florida Pro, which had fans predicting a top 5 Olympia finish. He looked elegant on stage as always, with beautiful symmetry and control, but his physique seemed slightly off from his earlier peak. The lines were clean, but the overall fullness and pop weren't as sharp as expected. Logan remains one of the most aesthetic competitors in the sport. If he nails his peak perfectly next year, he could easily move much higher. At 11th place, we have Fabian Mayer from Austria, who made an interesting switch this season, returning to Classic Physique after competing in the Open class earlier in the year. That move paid off because his structure and frame fit Classic far better. Fabian brought solid conditioning and flow, but standing beside the top-tier athletes, he looked a bit flat and undersized. Still, just missing the top 10 inches such a competitive lineup is a strong result and a sign that Fabian's future in Classic looks bright. In 10th place, we have Matthew Grego from the USA, who managed to hold his top 10 position from last year while showing clear progress. His physique looked fuller, tighter, and more balanced, especially through the chest and arms. After placing third at the Arnold Classic earlier this season, many fans expected him to continue climbing, and his performance here confirmed that he's heading in the right direction. His presentation, conditioning, and muscle control have all improved, proving that he's maturing into a real Olympia contender. At 9th place, it's Justin Badurina from the USA. Justin brought one of the most aesthetic physiques on stage this year, a small waist, wide shoulders, and beautiful taper that fits the true classic ideal. He earned his Olympia qualification by winning the Hurricane Pro and came in sharper and more confident than ever. However, to move higher, he needs more mass through his back and legs. The shape is there, the symmetry is excellent, and if he adds more muscle density, Justin could easily be a top 5 athlete in the near future. In 8th place, we have Michael Daboul from Kuwait, one of the most consistent competitors in the division. Michael's physique is always clean, well balanced, and detailed, and he delivered that once again. He's right on the edge of breaking into the top 5, but what holds him back slightly is size and overall stage dominance. Against the bigger names like Mike and Ramon, he looked a bit smaller in person. Still, his lines, symmetry, and crisp presentation made him stand out. Michael continues to be one of the most reliable classic athletes in the world. At 7th place, we have Matheus Menegate from Brazil, who impressed everyone this season with his Texas Pro victory. Matheus brought his best ever combination of density, shape, and conditioning to the Olympia stage. His flow and structure are among the best in the division, and his trademark posing gives him great stage presence. The only area for improvement would be refining his transitions and polishing his presentation to match the very top names. But finishing 7th out of nearly 60 competitors shows how far he's come, a truly amazing achievement. In 6th place, it's Diego Galindo from Colombia, one of the biggest surprises of the entire Olympia weekend. Last year, Diego placed 16th, and this time he jumped all the way to 6th, a massive improvement. His waist was tight, his symmetry was flawless, and his muscle separation stood out even under tough lighting. The conditioning was excellent, dry, crisp, and detailed from every angle. This was easily his career best performance and one of the most impressive transformations we've seen this season. At 5th place, we have Niall Darwin from the United Kingdom, who made one of the most impressive breakthroughs of the show. After winning the Tampa Pro, Niall arrived at the Olympia with a physique that looked perfectly balanced, wide shoulders, small waist, and clean lines. His presentation and posing looked confident and classy, matching the classic ideal. The only thing missing was a bit more overall muscle thickness compared to the top 4 guys. Still, breaking into the top 5 at the Olympia is a massive step forward. For his incredible effort, Niall earned $6,000 in prize money. In 4th place, it's Josema Munoz from Spain, who brought an outstanding version of himself to the Olympia stage. He looked tighter, fuller, and more balanced than ever before. His symmetry and muscle flow were beautiful, and his stage presence was strong. He just missed the top 3 by a close margin, mostly due to slightly less dryness compared to Terence and Mike. Even so, this was his best look yet, and he's clearly becoming one of the division's biggest threats. For his great showing, Josema earned $10,000 in prize money. At 3rd place, we have Terence Ruffin from the USA, who made a brilliant comeback after taking last year off. His structure and posing were, as always, a perfect example of classic bodybuilding. Terence brought better fullness, smooth transitions, and artistic flow to his routine, earning huge crowd support. The only thing that kept him from placing higher was size. Standing next to Ramon and Mike, he looked slightly smaller, but his presentation, conditioning, and overall aesthetic quality were absolutely world-class. Terence takes home $20,000 in prize money for his outstanding performance. In 2nd place, it's Mike Sommerfeld from Germany. Mike was one of the biggest favorites to win this year's Olympia, and he brought the best version of himself we've ever seen. His structure was perfect, wide shoulders, tight waist, and flawless flow. His conditioning was razor sharp, and his posing confident and controlled. Many fans believed he should have won, as he displayed incredible density, especially through the legs and back. However, the judges favored Ramon for his balance and overall flow. Mike still had an amazing showing, finishing runner-up and earning $40,000 in prize money. And finally, your 2025 Classic Physique Mr. Olympia champion is Ramon Dino from Brazil. This year, Ramon finally achieved what fans have been waiting for, his first Olympia title. After finishing fourth last year, he spent the entire season working on every weak point, and it clearly paid off. His conditioning was unreal, dry, detailed, and perfectly balanced. The lines, proportions, and symmetry of his physique were flawless, and his posing routine brought the crowd to its feet. Ramon's victory marks a new chapter for the division. He is now the face of Classic Physique. For his incredible performance, Ramon Dino takes home $100,000 in prize money and earns his name forever in Olympia history. And that wraps up the full results of the 2025 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique Division. It was a truly unforgettable show filled with top-level athletes and some of the best physiques we've ever seen. Congratulations to Ramon Dino on becoming the new Classic Physique Mr. Olympia champion. Thanks for watching and stay tuned right here on All About Bodybuilding for more Olympia recaps and updates from the bodybuilding world.